John Bentley.
Yo, what's up, Cowboys fam? It's your boy J Tuck, man. So I'm just gonna be completely honest. This is not something I really wanted to do, but shouts out to you guys. Shouts out to all the supporters, man. You guys are like, Tuck, you gotta go on. You gotta address it. I'm sure it's been an emotional day for a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans, self included. So first and foremost, I want to say, Tristan Hill, get better. Um, you know, Tyron Tyron Smith, get better, man. Get healthy. Blake Jarwin, all the people we lost to injuries, get better. Hold your head. Dak Prescott, get better. Hold your head, man. It's been a very emotional day for me and a lot of Cowboys fans. It's been an emotional roller coaster, lots of ups and downs. I've cried. I've been hateful. I block so many people on Twitter, y'all. I just block people for no effing reason. and I really don't care. So I'm going to try my best. I promise my family I'm going to keep my composure during the show to the best of my ability. But I am pissed off as a Dallas Cowboys fan. And as you see in the title, I clearly want to say, Dakota Rain Prescott, you deserve better, bro. You deserve better than what you receive. Not only from the organization, but from a lot of these flaky fans. Seriously. Now, the fans that watch my channel, the fans that are in Star Gang, I'm not talking about you guys. We deserve Dak Prescott to the fullest. But you flaky Cowboys fans who always want to hold something against Dak Prescott for your own personal gain, I'm not going to say it on my show, but you're flaky, and I don't like you, and I can't stand you. Honestly. And it's that simple. I don't want you around me. I don't want you on my channel. I don't want you on my chat. I don't want you buying my merch. Stay from around me, bro. Stay around me. If you're a flaky Cowboys fan and you're excited about Dak Prescott being hurt right now because you can get off your tweets, stay from around me. I don't want you around me, bro. I do not. I do not want any support. Don't like, don't comment, don't say nothing to me. Because you're not a real fan. You're not a real diehard fan. This guy, Dak Prescott, since the moment he has been a Dallas Cowboy, has done everything the right way. He's been a leader. We put him through hell from the moment he's been the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Period. We always bet against him. Jerry Jones, he have always bet against him. From whether you're going to play Tony Romo or not, whether you're going to extend him in his second season, you always move the goalposts back. And yesterday, Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, you won. You won. So I don't want to see no tears. I don't want to see you emotional. I don't want to see you hugging and showing those fake tears, because when you had the time and the opportunity to take care of your quarterback, you failed. Period. You failed. So I don't care. I don't want to hear any statements. There's nothing that Stephen Jones right now can post and go on the radio and tweet to me, or Jerry Jones can go on the radio and say anything about Dak Prescott. I don't want to hear it because I don't believe you. You're a liar. You're a liar when it comes to this organization and how you've handled this quarterback and how you've done this kid from day one. Day one. And we're going to get into the business aspect of it, but I just want to say, first of all, to the fans, the fake fans, we don't need you. Stay from around me. Don't text me. Don't tweet me. Don't follow me. Don't subscribe to my channel. Don't go to CowboysFansOnly.com. Don't buy a shirt. Don't do nothing. Stay from around me because I don't want anything to do with you. So I know a lot of people are happy. This is your Andy Dalton moment. There's a few YouTubers that's been posting about Andy Dalton and how this team is better off. Stay from around me. No, you're not coming on my channel. I want nothing to do with you. You're a coward. You're a fake. You're a fraud. And that's not how I get down. Period. And like you said, I'm very emotional about this, but I've seen us jerk this guy around from the moment he's been a Dallas Cowboy for no reason at all. No reason at all. I can see if he had some issues off the field, or he was an arrogant guy, or he caused drama in the locker room. No issues at all. We've jerked this guy around from the start for no reason. For no reason at all. He's done everything the right way. Who gives a damn if he wanted 4 years and not the 5, and you typically don't do 5-year deals? Do the 4-year deal. It's the least he could ask for. It's just the least you could do. Because you should have signed an extension when you had the chance in year 2. In year 2. He won Rookie of the Year, took you to the playoffs, had a shootout with Aaron Rodgers. We really should have won that game if we didn't give up a dang 4th and 20. He should have won that game as a rookie. His second year, granted, he had Zeke on suspension, but he still played well. We were still in a position to make the playoffs, though we fell short. You should have took care of him then. You should have took care of him then way before Carson Wentz. Before Jared Goff, you knew what was coming. This kid has given you his all on an extremely discounted price, so damn well Dak Prescott wants his money, and he deserves every dime of it, if not more. Period. I don't care. I don't care if you don't think he's not in the Pat Mahomes range. Okay, cool. But he's dang sure in the Deshaun Watson range. And you see Deshaun Watson came off an ACL injury in his, second season? Did Houston jerk him around? Answer in the chat. Did Houston jerk him around? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Houston and Deshaun Watson's team have to go back and forth about negotiations, and then the Houston Texans say, you know what, we want to see you do a lot more before we can. No, he did not. Because the Houston Texans believed in Deshaun Watson, and they gave him the money he deserved. Period. But this guy, Dak Prescott, has done nothing but do everything that you've asked for him. This whole team, this trash team that we're watching on Sunday, and I know we won yesterday, but I don't care because that's a trash performance that we saw yesterday. He has put this team on his back. If it wasn't for Dak Prescott, we would have been getting 30 balled the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, pretty much. Pretty much. Dak Prescott has done everything that we've asked him to do. He's throwing 50 times a game. He's running quarterback dives and sneaks, putting his career on the line for the Dallas Cowboys. And so I will say this, and I tweeted this. If we do not take care of Dak Prescott the proper way and show him the proper respect next offseason, I am out. And I mean that. I put that on everything I love. That's how serious I am about this. If we do not take care of Dak Prescott the proper way and show him the proper respect, and we try to jerk this guy around next year, I am done being a Dallas Cowboys fan. Will I go to another team? Probably not. I'll just be over it. But right is right. Fair is fair. Fair is fair. We all gone through it. So here comes the narrative, right? Here comes the narrative. But Tug, the Dallas Cowboys did offer him a deal, and Dak didn't take it. Granted, yep. And so I hold Dak Prescott's agent accountable as well, because as an agent, you do not let your player go into the season on a franchise tag knowing what this extreme risk could cause. You know the risk. So if Dak and Todd France wanted to play hardball, you do exactly what Ezekiel Elliott did. You hold out. You go to Cabo and you say, I am not showing up for training camp. I'm not showing up for OTAs. I'm not showing up for none of it until I get my money. Period. Todd France, you do not let your client go out there and play on a franchise tag at the quarterback position in the NFL. We've seen it so many times. So many times. So many times. It's idiotic that you will allow him to do that. You let Dak Prescott bet on himself once and do it again. But the organization should have never allowed Dak to do that, and his agent and representatives should have never allowed him to do that. But what the Dallas Cowboys did, y'all, they took Dak Prescott's intangibles and held it against him. They know Dak loves to play the game of football. They know Dak Prescott loves to be around his team. They knew that. They knew that Dak couldn't hold out, so they held it against him. They knew that. They knew it. And Dak's leadership and his love for his locker room and the players around him ended up costing him, possibly. Possibly. His agent messed him over, and the Dallas Cowboys, both parts of them screwed Dak Prescott over. And that's why yesterday, personally for me, it was so emotional to watch. I just couldn't stand it, because that's why we've seen Dallas Cowboys players go down all season. We've seen Tyron Smith. We've seen Leighton Vander Esch. We've seen Sean Lee. We've seen so many players go down. Why do you think Dak Prescott is getting the national attention that he is around the league? Because a lot of people and a lot of athletes, especially NFL athletes, they can picture themselves as Dak Prescott. They can picture themselves franchise tag and going down with a serious injury, and now your whole future's in limbo. Prayers for Dak Prescott. It was not as serious as it probably could have been, but it could have been a lot serious. Look what happened to Alex Smith. And so you have no long-term future. You have no long-term future. But a lot of the people around the NFL, that's why you're seeing Pat Mahomes and Richard, all these people come out for Dak's support, because they see that could be me. That could be me. So when you see these players saying I'm holding out, or Dez Bryant saying, all my babies, I'm not playing without a contract, that's the reason why. This is the reason why. And so we want to say it's a business. Okay, so is it a business or is it just a game? Because when the player wants to be business, right, it's just supposed to be for the love of the game, the love of the Dallas Cowboys. But when the organization wants to be business, then it goes the opposite way. No, that's not how this works. So if it's business on both sides. So I don't want to hear nothing about Dak Prescott being greedy, because it's business, remember? It's just a business. So Dak Prescott is not is business oriented. So damn right, Dak Prescott put his foot in the sand. Rightfully so, because he deserves more. So let's bring it down from the NFL perspective, right? Let's bring it down to somewhere like you and me, right? All right, so let's take it to, we're working at a call center, and I've been at the call center for 4 years, right? and I haven't got a raise, no bonus or nothing, and I'm making $50,000 a year, right? And then my manager comes to me in my 5th year and says, Tuck, we like all the effort you've been doing. We want to give you a raise. We want to bump you up to $55,000 a year. Now, granted, I've been making $55,000 sounds great until I go on LinkedIn and I see the same job at competitive firms, they're paying $100,000, right? So if you're in that situation, what do? You ask for more money. You ask for what your value is. You don't underappreciate yourself. No, that's what Dak Prescott was doing. I know that maybe I'm not Pat Mahomes, but I'm within that Deshaun Watson type of range for everything I've done for the Dallas Cowboys. There's no expectations in Houston. They fired their coach. They let D. Hopkins walk. The expectations aren't the same. This kid was a 4th-round draft pick. He came to replace Tony Romo, and he didn't get any time to understand or learn the NFL game. He got thrown to the fire from day one, and he succeeded. Every time the Cowboys bet against Dak, he won until yesterday. And now we want to be emotional. Now we want to say Dak's our leader, Dak's our guy. He's going to be back. No, don't tell me nothing. Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, don't tell me nothing. Show me and the Dallas Cowboys fans Dak Prescott in that locker room. Because here's the thing. Here's why when I said on Twitter that Dak Prescott now has all the leverage. Because the whole NFL is watching you right now, Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. So if you don't do right by Dak Prescott, you have to be able to spin that story and explain to the people in your locker room why should they lay it all in line for the Dallas Cowboys organization. You have to. Not Dak Prescott, because we saw the players from both sides. This is a divisional game. We are playing the New York Football Giants, and you had their players concerned. Jason Garrett came over to the sideline to see Dak. You see Logan Ryan pointing at Dak's ankle, like, oh my God, come get some help. Everybody was concerned from both sides. Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, you have to actually show people that you care about your players. Enough's enough. You can say it till you're blue in the face. You can go on 1-on-3 the fan and say this is your guy or whatnot. Show me. Show Dak. Show the people in your locker room that you really support your players. Now, granted, he might not get a mega deal, but if you come with a softball offer next season to Dak Prescott, I guarantee you don't watch my show, but if I'm your agent, this is what you do. You drag your rehab out, period. If they come with some lowball offer, you drag your rehab out. You do not show up until you get that deal or the Dallas Cowboys release you. If they franchise tag you, okay, cool. I'll see you in week 6 or week 7 because my ankle isn't healed properly. Then you take that $37 million next year, you play 6 or 7 games to get your film, you get teams excited about you, and then you come back to the table and say, give me my money or I walk. Do not rush back for this team, for this organization, and risk yourself even more if they're not willing to go all out for you. Why would you go all out for a team or an organization, I will say? Not the team, because the people in the locker room, they love you. They ride for you. This organization, not so much. Don't ride for them because they're not going to ride for you. And I said this before. If Dak Prescott is the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, he's signed. Deal done. Chicago Bears, deal done. Indianapolis Colts, deal done. Las Vegas Raiders, deal done. Right? Right. But when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, we have the ego, the gall, the fortitude to string this kid out for no apparent reason at all. Whether it's there's no relationship between Jerry and Dak, I don't know what it is, because granted, I don't agree with Stephen A., but if this was Tony Romo, he would have got his money. Period. So we don't understand it. Besides Dak Prescott, there's only been 2 other NFL quarterbacks that's been franchise tagged. Drew Brees and Kirk Cousins. I would say Dak Prescott maybe isn't Drew Brees, but he's damn sure Kirk Cousins. And so what else does he have to prove to you to feel like he's won in Dallas? We've seen what happened. We've seen what he's able to do. We've seen the capability around this guy playing with 2 undrafted free agent tackles, and he still put us in a position to win. What more do you want? Oh, a Super Bowl. A Super Bowl. A Super Bowl that we haven't won in 25 years. That's what you want? That's the measuring stick to see if that guy can get his money? But is that the measuring stick for everybody else? Was that the measuring stick for DeMarcus Lawrence? Was that the measuring stick for Jaylon Smith or Lyle Collins or all these other people have been played? Absolutely not. So do not place that on this quarterback. And I feel like this kid has been mistreated. And seeing him go down yesterday, it was completely heartbreaking to this season and to this team as this organization is concerned. And I feel like Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, you have to make this right. Period. You have to. You have to make this right. You have to. There's no way around it. You cannot screw this kid around and give him some low ball offer like maybe 31 on a 2-year deal. No, he's earned it. He's earned it. That's it. It is what it is. It's that simple. He has earned his money, bro. And like I always said, if anyone deserves to be overpaid, it's Dak Prescott. More than this guy back here. More. If they should have jerked somebody around, it should have been this guy back here, Zeke. And I love Zeke. But Zeke had some issues. He's had some off-field issues. He's had some different concerns. Okay, that's perfectly fine. But not number 4. Number 4 has always showed up and done whatever you have asked. Not only on the field, but off the field as well. So it's time for the Dallas Cowboys, Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, to be a man of your word and take care of Dak Prescott, like, period. Or you're going to lose not only a lot of fans, but you're going to lose a lot of support from your team. They're not going to ride with you. They're not. We saw what happened when Dak went down yesterday and how that team was emotionally distraught. They're not going to ride for you. So it's going to put Mike McCarthy in a bad situation because they're not going to ride for you. It's going to put the coaching staff, it's going to put your organization, it's going to put a lot in a bad predicament if you don't take care of Dak Prescott. Seriously. Like I said, y'all, I'm hurt. I'm upset. We'll talk about the season and what's next here in a second. But man, I was just furious yesterday, not only for Dak Prescott, because he worked so hard. And like I've been saying all offseason, he's gone through so much. The guy just lost his mother a few years ago. Then he lost his brother to suicide. You're jerking him around with the contract thing. He goes out, he plays lights out, and then he gets injured. He's going to be out for the season. How much do you want one man to bear? How much? How much is enough? You've been playing these games with him for so long. It's time to end the game. It's time to end the games and say, you know what? We really trust this kid. He's shown us everything we could ask for, he's capable of doing. Everything that we need from a quarterback, he definitely represents. You guys want the deep ball. You want the deep ball throws. He can do that. You want to be more accurate. He can do that. He can move in the pocket. You want leadership. What else do you want? Do you want him to dance? What else do you want from Dak Prescott? He's done everything that you've asked from him. He doesn't have to show me another thing. He's shown me everything that he needed to show us these past 4 games, even last year for me personally. But if these last 3 to 4 games doesn't let you know that this guy is capable of leading us to a Super Bowl, then I don't know. Maybe the reason why the Dallas Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl in so long is because you can't recognize what it takes. If you don't think Dak Prescott is what it takes to win a Super Bowl, then maybe because you don't recognize what it takes to win a Super Bowl. Because everyone else can see it. The team can see it. We knew yesterday when we got down, oh yeah, Dak got that. We're coming back easily. Even though I was furious the way that we played yesterday for a little bit, which we'll talk about here in a second, I knew we were going to come back because we got number 4. Go back to the Atlanta game. Read the tweets at JTuck151. I was the one telling everyone to calm down and relax. We got this. Give Dak time, and he can carve up any defense in the NFL. I said that. Why? Because that quarterback number 4 is proven that he can do it on many occasions. And like I said, all you fans, you fickle fraud fans who want to come and jump in and jump out, and now you got your leverage, go ahead and tweet me. I put the tweet up. If you think Dak Prescott sucks and we're in a much better predicament with Andy Dalton, go ahead, tweet me at JTuck151 so I can block you and get rid of you for good. I block people I don't even follow. They don't even follow me, but they had something to say about Dak, so I just blocked them. Let's just go ahead and get ahead of it before it even starts. Because like I said, if you don't believe in Dak and you're one of these sneaky, fickle fans, I do not want you around me. Don't subscribe. Don't subscribe. Don't share. Don't do nothing. Go do something. Go do that somewhere else. I don't want your support. That's not here what I represent. These dumb, fickle fans that want to come in and say, "Oh, I told you now. Look at the Andy Dalton deep ball. Look at the Andy Dalton deep ball." Oh, the same one that Dak threw to Michael Gallup in the Atlanta game. That same one. That's the deep ball we're talking about. And this is no knock to Andy Dalton. This is no knock to Andy Dalton at all. You know, Andy Dalton is just doing what a backup quarterback is supposed to be. Now, I will say this, and I said it this summer. We brought in Andy Dalton for a reason, and he was an insurance policy. So the Cowboys were betting on two things from Dak Prescott this season, right? Let's keep it a buck. They were betting on him to show some descent as far as his season last year, and he was going to decline a little bit. So maybe that can give them leverage to move to Andy Dalton, or he was going to get injured. The Dallas Cowboys didn't franchise tag Dak Prescott for him to have an MVP season. Nah. That's not what they did it for. So when they signed Cooper Rush, right, as a backup, at that time, Dak Prescott was a very durable quarterback. What they brought in Andy Dalton for the reasons of possibly Dak could hold out, but I doubt Dak was going to hold out. It was either Dak was going to decline under the new head coach in Mike McCarthy, they had an insurance policy, or Dak was going to get hurt. Well, congratulations, Cowboys. You now got your wish. And like I said, it's no knock to Andy Dalton. It's not like I hate Andy Dalton. I want you to fail. I want you to succeed. And I'm going to say exactly what I said on Twitter. Us in this horrible defense, having two undrafted free agents was too much to ask for Dak Prescott to cover. So I'm damn sure not going to ask that of Andy Dalton. It's too much. We have to not only score 40 points to just to be in the ball game, not to win it. Like, we got to score almost 35 to 40 points a game just to be in the ball game. Yesterday, Jason Garrett did whatever he wanted against this Cowboys defense. And yeah, we had a few plays. Shout out to Marcus Lawrence. I called him out when I didn't call him out, but I said I need a big game for you. So we had this sack and the fumble. Anthony Brown was able to recover. Okay, cool. Kudos to you. Jalen Smith played a lot better. Okay, cool. Kudos to you. You still got carved up yesterday. And if it wasn't for a penalty on the special teams, that was a touchdown. And then the penalty on the pick play, that was a touchdown as well. Or if Daniel Jones had the arm strength to throw across his body, that would have probably been a completion that put him in field goal range to win the ball game. So let's not start patting ourselves on the back and start buying Hot Boys hats, because you guys really proved nothing yesterday on the defensive side of the ball. The only great takeaway we can take away from yesterday's ball game is that CeeDee Lamb is exactly who we thought he is. That's it. Michael Gallup is exactly who we thought he is. That's it. That's the only takeaway. So yeah, so that's what we want to hang our hat on. No. And like I said, y'all, I'm not a fan of tanking. I want to be competitive. But at the end of the day, when I hopped on this channel, or when I was with my guys at Star Gang, or when I was on shows with Sid, my idea and my expectations for this season was a deep playoff run, period. And right now, I do not feel like that can absolutely happen. Now, granted, things can always change. A miracle can happen. Our defense can turn around. But from what I've seen right now, nothing has given me that indication that we can turn things around and make a serious run in the playoffs. Not just appear. I mean, because what's a playoff appearance really going to get us? More tickets. You know, we'll go to AT&T Stadium, have a home game. We'll buy some more tickets. Jerry can sell us on this pipe dream. Yeah, and then we're cool. But no, that's not my expectations. I wanted to make a deep playoff run. And I felt like as bad as our defense was, as bad as we was, as dumb as the coaching decisions have been, with Mike McCarthy and our special team coach is supposed to be a special teams guru, and he's just getting outclassed in every bit of the aspect of the game, Dak Prescott was the common denominator to get us over that hump. And that's why I try to remain positive about this season. But with him gone, it's hard for me to remain optimistic, guys. So like I said, man, I'm emotional today. I'm upset. Probably just froze out. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna hop in the chat, man. Like I said, I'm emotional. I know a lot of Cowboys fans are emotional, man. But it's like I said, man, I'm just upset by how the Cowboys were treating Dak Prescott. He doesn't deserve it, man. So, shout out to my guy Robert. He says bittersweet victory Monday. Yeah, man. I really don't. I didn't celebrate last night, honestly. After the game was over, so I after the game was over, man. Honestly, I went to bed, man. I didn't even watch it that much, man. Let's see here. My guy Nick said, "Let's go." What's up, bro? I'm getting a lot of hate from Cowgirls fans today. I wonder why. Probably deserved. Especially flaky Cowboys fans. Yeah, you know the flaky Cowboys fans, man. They really don't watch. They really don't watch like that. They couldn't pick Bob Lilly out of a lineup, but they got something to say about Dak Prescott. Those type of fans, man. Eagle season said agreed. Yep, I agree. Deleted a lot of people posting Stargang group yesterday and today. Yeah, delete them, bro. We don't need the support, man. We don't need their support. We don't need their support. Like I said, I don't want you around. Like I don't. So if you're one of those people who are happy about Dak Prescott's downfall, I don't want you around. You might as well just log on out the show right now. Actions speak louder than words. Exactly, Spoon. Exactly. Show me that you care about Dak Prescott. Don't go on the radio and tell me. Show me. This has a feel of Earl Thomas and the Seahawks a couple years ago. Yep. And you see where that kind of led to Earl Thomas and why he had that kind of regret. Eagles season say this deserves his money. He does, bro. And that's an Eagles fan saying he deserves his money. We all know it. The whole NFL sees it. The whole NFL sees that Dak Prescott deserves his money. Everybody in the NFL knows you take care of your quarterback first. That's top priority. What did Tennessee do with Ryan Tannehill after he showed a glimpse of hope? They signed him. They signed him, duh. Because quarterbacks are not easy to find. And I know a lot of people want to say, well, Dak Prescott should have took the deal because when you play for Dallas, you get the spotlight, you get endorsements. Well, I sat back and watched an NFL game yesterday, a few of them before our game. Baker Mayfield plays in Cleveland. Cleveland. Baker Mayfield. He is all over the TV from Cleveland. So don't tell me that Dak Prescott can't get endorsements somewhere else. It doesn't just happen in Dallas. He can get endorsements anywhere else. 13 players on the injury reserve, most in the NFL. Exactly. If Dak goes to another team this next year, I'm following him. Yeah, man, like I said, I can't do that, like follow another team. Even if I wanted to, it just wouldn't be the same. But I fully support Dak going to another team because here's what, like I said, Dak, delay your rehab. Do not rush it back. You forced the Dallas Cowboys to make a decision when it comes to the draft. You forced them to make a decision in the offseason as well. So if they decide to franchise tag you, delay your rehab, maybe come back fully healthy, week 5 or week 6, come out, have a few good games, get your game film, and you say either you sign me or I bounce. Period. What Tuck is saying about Todd is absolutely correct. I told my friend I didn't like the fact that Dak was playing on the tag and the dangers come. Exactly, bro. Not just 1 year, but for a whole nother year as well. It's only so long you can continue to gamble on yourself. A lot of us been to Vegas and did different things. Sometimes when you gamble and you win, you got to take your winnings off the table and move off because we know what's going to happen. Eventually, it's going to come back around to bite you. And that's what happened to Dak Prescott. He had to bet on himself last year and he had to turn around and do it again. And then the Cowboys are going to say, okay, well, you did a good job this season. Come back and do it again. You have to continue to bet on yourself until eventually you fail. And now they can sit back and say, well, Dak, we want you to be a Dallas Cowboy. We want you to be the face of our organization. We think of you as a leader, but, you have an injury, your ankle. We're not sure if you're fully healed. Maybe we can do 33 million. Maybe we'll do a 2-year deal and we'll see what you got, and then we'll come back around. And if I'm Dak Prescott, I say no. Take that deal, shove it, franchise tag me so I can bounce next year. Period. Because it's business. What is a team-friendly deal in business? It's business, remember? It's no friendships in this. It's a business, right? What's a team-friendly? No. We're business partners now, right? So we're going to handle things accordingly like business partners do. There's no team-friendly deal. Super Bowl is a team accomplishment. Yeah, absolutely. It's a team accomplishment. So why just place that on one person? You think Pat Mahomes just won the Super Bowl by himself? No, that's a team accomplishment. Let's see here. Watching the ref having to stop him from trying to bang his ankle back in place was wild, man. Yeah, at first, man, when I saw it, I was praying that, Romo even said this, that it was like maybe a calf pull, maybe a cramp. I was hoping that. And then I looked at his foot, and then that's where everything just started to mount like, it's serious. It's serious. Like, it wasn't just a cramp, man. And it's heartbreaking. It really is. And he was doing so well playing with the chip on his shoulder, man. He was doing everything that we could ask. He was leading this garbage team that we got in place, putting us on his back literally and carrying us. The Jones will be on the spotlight. Yeah, the Jones will be in the spotlight. Everybody's watching. Everybody's watching. So if you come back and you say, you know what? We're not thinking Dak's going to fully heal properly. We're just going to move forward. They have to answer that. And not only the media is going to be pushing down their throat, but like I said, the players. There's no way that you can be Ezekiel Elliott and come in and want to give your all for the Dallas Cowboys after you see what they just did to your homeboy. Nah, there's no way in hell. What's up to my guy, Joey? What's up, bro? I lost it on someone. It was the best thing for the Cowboys. I cussed him out back. Yeah. And like I said, bro, I had to prevent myself from stepping out of bounds and becoming that person because I don't want to diminish my character. And I knew I would if I got pushed to that point. So I just blocked people. There's been people who have been following me on Twitter for 8+ years. I blocked you. I don't need you no more. I don't need you. What's up, Joe, man? What's up, Cowboys Nation? Watching from Italy. Hey, man, appreciate you tuning in, man. Tuck, we are all emotional, broke down in tears. I didn't celebrate at all. I couldn't. I mean, I was already gut-wrenched from seeing Trysten Hill go down. Like, that was already, because I've been all week, Trysten Hill is my guy. I want to get a Trysten Hill jersey. Like, I like Trysten Hill. Seeing him go down was like a gut punch, and then seeing Dak goes down, that was just, you might as well just take it all from me. It's disgusting celebrating a man's injury. Raiders fan here saying pay the man. Yeah, because every NFL team would have. The Chicago Bears would have killed for Dak Prescott. The Cleveland Browns, I had the Cleveland Browns fans on my show last week. They said we would kill to get the production that Dak Prescott is giving you guys. The one man's trash is another man's treasure. And there will be teams lining up, especially now, if Dak is healthy and he's able to get back to where he's at, teams will line up around the building to sign Dak Prescott. And to be honest with you, Dak, if you do it, I will not hate you for it. At all. I will not hold it against you, Dak. If you decide to go somewhere, because here's what I think about. If you come back next year, your franchise tag, you delay your rehab, you push to the middle of the season, and then in 2022, you're a free agent. Players are older. Drew Brees, he might retire. Ben Roethlisberger, he might retire. Who knows what's going on in Chicago? Who knows what's going on with Indy and Phillip Rivers? There will be teams that want a leader and a great quarterback, and there will be a market for you, period. Dak deserves much better. If he leaves, I will still be a Cowboys fan, but I will follow his career. Agree. Todd France has 4 NFL clients playing on tag. That's idiotic. That's idiotic, bro. How do you have players playing on the franchise tag? But not only idiotic, a quarterback playing on the franchise tag. So obviously, Todd France, your plan doesn't work. Your plan doesn't work. And if I'm Dak Prescott and I'm on this team, let's say I'm just Dak Prescott's homeboy, I say, you know what? Cancel Todd France because he screwed you over. He sold you bad advice for his own financial gain. He ruined the relationship between you and Jerry Jones and the Cowboys organization, and you are left with to have to deal with it. Period. Let's see here. Raiders fan, you better the man or pay the man, or we will. Yep, no joke. John Gruden would love to have Dak Prescott. He would. A lot of teams would. No doubt, Roberts. Problem in the NFL rule, you can't sign a player in the season if tag. Yeah, so they have to wait. So like I'm saying, they say in 4 to 6 months for recovery for Dak Prescott. So that's what you do, bro. That leads you probably into April until you're probably fully a go. Hold off on it. Let's sit back and see what the Cowboys do in the draft. If they do some sneaky stuff like sign a quarterback, okay, cool. Then you know you got to get ready to go get your bag in the offseason. If not, then you say, hey, what, we're going to franchise tag you. Say, okay, that's great, but my ankle isn't fully healed. I'll probably be back, let's say, end of October. I'm back end of October, play on Thanksgiving, play in December, make a playoff push, you fall short, and you give the Cowboys the deuces. Period. Let's see. Yesterday was tough seeing Dak go down. Absolutely. I hear we are signing a backup for Dalton. Yeah. I mean, who? I don't know. Maybe they bring Ben DiNucci in. I don't know. And it is what it is. Stephen Jones is the issue. Jerry needs to tell his son to get out of the way and sign Dak. Yeah. I just don't see what the reasoning is. I just don't see it. Because obviously, if you're not going to sign Dak Prescott, where's the money going? It's going to LVE? Okay. Is it going to Jordan Lewis? Okay. Is it going to Xavier Woods? Okay. Where's the money going? If you don't sign Dak Prescott, where's the money going? Show me. What's the plan? What's the plan? Because with this defense, as poor as it is, it's going to have to be rebuilt from scratch through the NFL draft, because we know Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones does not have what it takes to go out and sign free agents that can have an instant impact. So you're not going to do that. So where's the money going to go? Right? I hear, let's see here. We're replying to Valerie Tucker. Yep, it's a business and a smart move. If I'm Dak, yep, fired. Shouts out to my guy, Knicks. They moved Ben DiNucci up. So maybe DiNucci's going to be moved up, man. But like I said, guys, and like I said, I don't know what this season means. What's it going to be all about? I think it's going to have to be used for evaluation purposes to see what's the next move for next season. Granted, I would love to have a fairy tale story and all of a sudden Andy Dalton leads us to a Super Bowl, but I don't see that happening. So just getting me to the first round of playoffs and getting sent home by whoever, I that's just not what I'm about this season. I expected more with this team, and I felt like even as bad as we are, that Dak Prescott was fully able to still drive this team and get us there. And unfortunately, he's been sacrificed. Now, I'm not upset with the play call. You know, a lot of people are upset, why could you force Dak to run the draw up the middle? It was wide open, and Dak does it. Maybe if Dak goes down, it doesn't happen, but we know Dak Prescott's a warrior. He had the stiff arm on Logan Ryan, but I wouldn't say it's a dirty tackle, but when you're tackled that way, man, just injuries happen. I saw today, this morning, Michael Vick was saying that's pretty much the same tackle that hurt him. When you get pulled from behind, you lose all control of it. It's just part of it. It's just part of it. Shout out to my guy, Philly Notion, J Tuck, tough one, bro. As much as Dallas thinks I wanted Dak in November. Let's see here. Dak in November. Time to get the Andy Jersey brother, Dallas Bird, take care of Dak. Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. We better take care of Dak Prescott. We better do it, man. We better do it. I'm hoping, I'm praying, y'all, that the Dallas Cowboys will not just say the right things, but do the right things when it comes to Dak Prescott. Andy's going to have to prove himself to me. I just don't see it. And here's the thing, y'all. And I said this offseason. I'm okay with Andy Dalton as the backup quarterback, but not with two undrafted free agent tackles, a left tackle and a right tackle, not with a defense that's giving up almost 35 to 40 points a game. That's too much to ask for. You wouldn't even ask from that from Lamar Jackson or Pat Mahomes. That is a lot to overcome. And so I think that if our defense was just half good and we had Tyron Smith, maybe we could probably function a little bit better with Andy Dalton and maybe keep things afloat. I just don't see how it's going to be done. Maybe Mike McCarthy and this team, they go and they make a trade and they bring in a left tackle or a right tackle, a seasoned veteran. But we know how that goes. If it's not for a bargain, we're not going to do it. If it's not for a bargain, we're not going to do it. So, I don't know. Like I said, I think Andy Dalton's a solid guy. This is not no knock to Andy Dalton. I hope he shows out this season because he came with the expectation that he can hold things up. But it's a tall task to ask for a backup quarterback. And like I said on Twitter, if Andy Dalton wants to gain my confidence, what you do, Andy Dalton, you grab your cell phone and you text your old coach Marvin Lewis and say, hey, coach, can you come to Dallas and coach this defense for me? That's what you do. If Andy Dalton wants to gain my confidence, that's what you do. Because right now, I don't see anything, especially now that Tristan Hill just went down. I don't see what can save this defense, y'all. I really don't. I really don't see it. Jason Garrett was literally, and I watched it. I watched it. I don't have the all 22 yet, but they literally ran strong side at Everson Griffin all game. Where's Everson Griffin at? All right, let's put a tight end and just go right at him. Right at him. Shouts out to my guy on Twitter. He posted a video of Poe just playing patty cake. Poe came off the line, he hit patty cake, and then one of the Giants guards just pushed him in the back and he fell down. That was it. Patty cake, patty cake, patty cake. Get out the way. So with no Tristan Hill in that middle, I just don't see it. Bradlee Anae. Bradlee the Annihilator. We've all been banging on the table for Bradlee Anae. So what did we see yesterday? Bradlee Anae finally gets in the game. First NFL play. Gets pressure on the quarterback. Almost had a sack. That's Bradlee Anae's last NFL play of the game. That's the type of decision-making that we're making on the defensive side of the ball. Number 40, what's his name? Steven Parker, who popped in yesterday, and everyone was like, who the hell is this guy? Number 40 at safety. Oh, but we're going to play Donovan Wilson at safety. No, Thompson was right back in the game. Donovan Wilson literally started the game for a half a second, and then Thompson was right back in the game. Right back in the game. And like I said, whatever we do, our offense is going to have to drag our defense kicking and screaming. Yeah. And so I said yesterday, if there's any saving grace, of this season, Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, you two are going to have to do all of the heavy lifting. Pretty much. It's going to have to be an Adrian Peterson type effort from Ezekiel Elliott and then also for Tony Pollard, because we're going to have to run the ball, control the clock, keep our defense off the field, keep them fresh, and maybe at the end of the ball games, we still have an opportunity. But if we're forcing Andy Dalton to throw 40, 50 times, good night. Good night. There's no point in that. So Ezekiel Elliott's going to have to really level up. And it's going to be a tall tale to ask for Zeke, especially only going to week 6 to run the ball and take that amount as punishment. But if there's any saving grace for the season, y'all, it's going to have to be Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, and we have to get heavily involved in the run game. Like I said, and if they decide to tank, play all the young guys. Like I said, use it for evaluation purposes. But even when I was breaking down the schedule, even if we don't tank, right, we're going to come out and play all out. Are you fully confident that we can really beat these teams? Maybe we can beat Washington twice. Maybe we'll split with Philly. Maybe we can get the Giants at home. But after seeing yesterday, I don't know. I'm not confident. Can we beat the Cardinals? Doubtful. Can we beat the Steelers? Doubtful. Can we beat the Ravens? Doubtful. Can we beat the 49ers? Doubtful. Can we beat Cincy? Doubtful. And so, yeah, it's just like I just don't see where these wins are going to come from and how they're going to come. Like I said, it's going to be a saving grace if somehow some magical story where our defense really gets in there and turns it around and becomes something new. Maybe Sean Lee comes back, LVE comes back, Cheeto comes back, and they just save this defense. Maybe that happens, because if our defense can get to just decent, not great, just get to decent for me. I'm not asking decent. Top 15. If you can get the top 15 for me, then okay, we can talk. But as of right now, our defense, our special teams, our kicker almost sank the game winner yesterday. Let's be honest. He almost sank that. All right. Maybe there can be some saving grace this season. So I'm not fully on tanking. I'm never support tanking and just fully quitting. But I'm saying if there's no really chance and we get mopped on Monday, and then we take another L after that, like, let's play the young guys. Let's see what the young guys got. Reggie Robinson. Can I get some Reggie Robinson in my life? Can I see some Reggie Robinson out there? Right? Let's really evaluate this team and this talent and get ready for the following season. Because like I said, my idea for this season and my expectations was a serious playoff push, NFC Championship game at least. Not just a playoff appearance so Jerry can sell more tickets. That is not what I really came to see. That's not what I wanted to see with this team. So hopefully something can happen, y'all. So like I said, man, Cowboys fam, keep your heads up. I'm still riding with y'all, man. I appreciate all the support. Like I said, all the real Cowboys fans and supporters who ride for our team, who ride for Dak Prescott, who's not just using his injury as some silly joke to get your tweets off and try to make yourself feel relevant on Twitter. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your riding. I ride with y'all. Like I said, but all you fickle fans out there, all you people are excited that he got hurt. All you people are saying we're perfectly fine, good he's gone. We cannot fully open up our offense. Don't come around me. Period, man. So like I said, Cowboys fan, man, keep your heads up. Hopefully this season we can get some type of momentum, some positive, but right now it's been really draining. Not just from the Dak going down, man, but all of our players are getting hurt. From Blake Jarwin and Tyron Smith coming back for a game and then going down. Like, it just really hasn't been a fun season. And the hard part is that we had so high expectations this year. I was extremely excited about this team. But as we always said, man, the team that can stay the healthiest was going to have the best chance. And right now, that just really isn't the Dallas Cowboys, man, to be honest with you guys, man. So I want you guys to stay up, man, stay encouraged, man. Real fans, follow me on Twitter at JTuck151. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Cowboys Fans Only. I appreciate all the support. Go to cowboysfansonly.com for your CFO merchandise. I'm creating new gear as we speak, man. And I appreciate y'all rocking with me, rocking with my guy, Sid. I got an Arizona Cardinals guy coming on this week, man, so we'll dive into the Monday's matchup, man. We'll go in depth. You know, win or lose, man, I'm still going to be here for you guys, man. Like I said, I apologize yesterday. I just couldn't do a pregame because I would have lost it. Like, ask my wife, man. I was crying. I was crying, like, I couldn't do that yesterday, man. So I appreciate you guys for your encouragement, giving me the time to kind of regroup. But we're going to be okay, man. We're going to figure this thing out. And if it's not this season, the next season, we're going to be back. But prayers to Dak Prescott, man. Stay strong. Ride for your brothers, man. I need the team to ride for Dak. I need Dak to be in that locker room nonstop. I need to see Dak Prescott on the sidelines of the games. I need to see Dak around his teammates because they definitely thrive off of him. He is our leader, and I want to be a vocal leader for Dak Prescott because if he's not going to say it, damn it, I'll say it. He deserves his money. He deserves to get paid, man. So it's your boy Jay Tuck, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Like I always say, stay blessed, stay safe, stay encouraged. And we're going to get back to Cowboys football, man. I'll see you guys. I appreciate all the support.